Is inZOI on the verge of becoming the most captivating and possibly the most controversial life sim game in years? One moment, it was barely a whisper on obscure gaming forums. The next, it seemed like everyone was talking about it as a potential rival to The Sims. Yet there's a twisting undercurrent of mysterious rumors and uncanny design choices that leave many players feeling both fascinated and deeply unsettled. How did inZOI gain so much momentum so quickly, and why are so many people calling it the strangest new phenomenon in gaming? By the time we're done, you might see inZOI as either a groundbreaking success story or a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Welcome to Gamers Service Announcement. GSA The More You Know. Click that subscribe button and hit on the alert button to get notified about new videos for you. From the outside, inZOI looks like it came out of nowhere. No major marketing push, no big-name publisher, just a small team that quietly slipped the game into early access, then watched it rocket to the top of wish lists. But digging a little deeper reveals an unusual backstory. Rumors suggest the core development team spun off from a larger studio after a nasty internal rift. Allegedly, those devs parted ways under a cloud of accusations surfaced about financial mismanagement and creative differences that never made headlines. Some fans claim these controversies fueled inZOI's creation, pushing the team to build something bold and risky. Even stranger is the mysterious funding. Gaming insiders have no clear record of where the investment came from. Enthusiasts speculate it's a hush-hush arrangement with a big tech entity wanting to break into gaming. Others believe it could be something more arcane, from private donors with unusual demands. Although the studio denies any wrongdoing, the sense of secrecy hasn't gone away. In fact, it's grown stronger. Many wonder if that secrecy is partly why inZOI's feature list is so unrestrained, pushing boundaries in bizarre ways. At first glance, inZOI invites immediate comparisons to The Sims. You create a virtual person, or ZOE, build them a home, guide their life, and experiment with outlandish scenarios. But players quickly notice that beneath the bright, cheerful branding are odd design choices. The introduction, for instance, hints at a corporate world managed by chatty cats acting like tiny gods. Then there's the strangely textured city that can morph between pristine and filthy on command, offering what feels like a post-apocalyptic playground disguised in pastel colors. And that's just the opening act. But if people were raising eyebrows about inZOI's strange beginnings, they were completely floored once they saw its baffling gameplay features up close. Ask any early adopter of inZOI what stands out most, and the first words you'll hear are typically, "those cats." Right from the opening cutscene, you're greeted by cat-like entities running a massive corporation, handing you life goals as though you're an entry-level intern. It's an odd mix of cute, comedic, and vaguely sinister. Pastel-suited felines with forced corporate smiles, overseeing your every move while referring to themselves as benevolent guides. Some players joke that the game is priming us for a dystopian cat overlord future. Others say it's just silly fun. Yet the more you play, the more it starts to feel like something else is simmering under that cutesy veneer. Equally jarring is the AI texture generator, a feature that, according to official statements, was designed to let you customize clothing or decor with images made on the fly. Type in a prompt like rainbow pattern or classy marble, and inZOI spits out a swirling design that you can plaster onto floors, walls, and even your ZOE's shirt. In theory, this sounds visionary. In practice, it can produce images so distorted and creepy that players have named them AI slop. Rumors persist that the generator is pulling from questionable sources online, fueling an entire debate about AI ethics. Some folks are worried about uncredited images or artist datasets fueling the system. Others don't care, gleefully using it to produce horrifying glitch art. Regardless, it's arguably the game's most fascinating gimmick, letting you make your virtual house look like it belongs in a warped fever dream. But that's not the only offbeat addition. The city management tab is equally perplexing. You're given near godlike control over the environment, weather, fireworks, and especially cleanliness. A quick slider lets you shift from a squeaky clean utopia to a decaying ruin, draped in grimy textures like something out of a survival horror game. Even the billboards can be changed at will, including video billboards you can link to any YouTube video. Why? Who knows? The game never properly explains it. Players have ended up streaming everything from retro commercials to bizarre memes on city skylines, all while their ZOs roam below. It's a level of customization that can be both hilarious and uncomfortable. One moment, your pastel cat boss is praising your new life goals. The next, your ZO is walking through a rundown street littered with filth, while a random clown montage plays on a monstrous billboard overhead. These unexpected features would be enough to make inZOI stand out, but they're only half the story. The other half is the chaos and controversies that erupted the moment players realized just how unfinished the game really is. When inZOI first hit early access, word spread fast. It's a game brimming with potential, but also a nightmarish tangle of bugs. Within days, social media was flooded with clips of ZOs walking through walls, spontaneously teleporting into the void, and sometimes dragging helpless NPCs along with them. For every player who found these glitches weirdly charming, there was another who demanded refunds, calling inZOI unplayable. Some said they couldn't go 10 minutes without a crash, losing progress on carefully constructed dream homes. Those who stuck around discovered even bigger issues. Certain life goals were incomplete, offering no real payoff. Others triggered random error messages, leaving your ZO stuck in an endless loop of walking or grabbing a snack. Attempts to start a romantic relationship with an NPC sometimes led to the entire city turning invisible. A few unfortunate souls reported a bug that caused their in-game car to glitch and remain perpetually airborne, resembling a cosmic chariot hovering above the rooftops. While some found it funny at first, the novelty wore off fast when daily saves kept getting corrupted. Then came the brewing monetization rumors. Although the devs denied any immediate plans to push microtransactions, some players discovered references to a premium store hidden in the game's code. A quiet speculation erupted that the studio planned to introduce paid expansions or cosmetic packs. This wasn't entirely unexpected. The Sims has expansions too, but the idea that inZOI might swiftly follow the same route triggered heated debates. Many argued that an already unstable early access title shouldn't be hinting at future paid features while its fundamental systems remain half-finished. On top of that, certain watchers unearthed evidence of questionable AI training data, fueling the AI ethics debate around inZOI's texture generator. Allegations began swirling about stolen artwork. The devs denied it, attributing any bizarre outcomes to random generation. Skeptics were quick to point out distorted text or half-seen logos within the AI outputs that suggested real-world references had slipped in. Did inZOI's developer license a legitimate dataset, or is something more suspicious going on? Players remain divided, and official statements from the studio offer no concrete reassurance. Yet for every complaint and conspiracy theory, there's an equally determined group of fans defending inZOI, claiming it's a diamond in the rough. Could all these controversies overshadow the incredible potential lurking beneath the surface? Despite the laundry list of bugs, random crashes, and ethical debates, many early adopters remain convinced that inZOI could become the next big thing. They point to the open world aspect, where you can walk or drive seamlessly around the city without loading screens. And it's something the Sims community has dreamed of for years. Better yet, you're not confined to your plot of land for building projects. If you want to drop a couch on the sidewalk or construct a tiny bunker in the park, nothing stops you. The city's effectively your canvas, a place you can transform into a bright, bustling playground or an eerie, trash-strewn ruin. Then there's the promise of deeper social systems. The dev team teased upcoming updates that supposedly give your ZO advanced personalities influenced by past experiences. If that comes to fruition, inZOI's random dialogue about investing in crypto or discussing suspicious cat deities could evolve into a dynamic interplay of traits, relationships, and moral choices. In theory, your ZO might develop grudges or secret obsessions, creating unscripted story arcs that surpass anything The Sims currently offers. Enthusiasts imagine an ever-evolving neighborhood where unique storylines unfold daily without players needing to micromanage every detail. Still, the game's current iteration can't hide its shallow life goals or repetitive events. Once you've messed with the advanced building tools and tested the apocalyptic cleanliness slider, you're left with a fairly lifeless routine. Characters mostly talk about in-game brands, random corporate positivity, or bland personal finance tips. It's comedic at first, but quickly becomes stale. A handful of players see this quirk as a sign of something secretly dark about inZOI's world. like it's intentionally creating a sterile, commercial environment to critique modern corporate culture. Others chalk it up to the devs focusing on technical experiments first, leaving good writing for later. Either way, there's a sense that inZOI is teetering between groundbreaking revolution and unfinished curiosity. Everything from the user interface to the insane customization options screams possibility. Yet the skeleton of a true-life sim, meaningful relationships, fleshed-out story arcs, or truly dynamic tasks remains skeletal. Some fans refuse to see this as a deal breaker. They believe the dev's ambition is so substantial that it just needs more time. Critics worry that a small studio might buckle under the weight of so many half-formed ideas. But here's where things get even more intriguing. Rumors are circulating that inZOI's next moves could involve major expansions, controversial collaborations, and top-secret updates that might change everything. Let's explore the speculations on the future and see if inZOI truly has a chance to stand shoulder to shoulder with The Sims. Even as the controversies mount, whispers among insiders suggest the inZOI team has bigger dreams. Early access updates have been teased, everything from ghost mechanics, where your ZOI can live on in spectral form, to mocap options that let you capture your real-world dance moves and transfer them into the game. If those expansions pan out, inZOI could become a playground for content creators and role players. Imagine entire server-like worlds where each city block is curated by a different player, merging seamlessly into a multi-city sprawl. Although it sounds like a pipe dream, a few lines of code referencing multiplayer zones were reportedly found by data miners. Then there's the whispered rumor of collaborations with a bigger publisher. Some say it's a major name known for MMOs. Others hint it might be a tech giant infamous for VR projects. If such a partnership unfolds, it could either catapult inZOI into mainstream success or bury it under corporate constraints. Skeptics worry that big money involvement might produce the dreaded microtransaction-laden fiasco players fear. Supporters argue that an injection of resources and marketing might be exactly what inZOI needs to polish its raw features and resolve its worst bugs. Meanwhile, the community speculates about hidden, secret updates. Word on the street is that the devs are experimenting with more adult themes, from taboo relationships to questionable storyline paths, aiming for a darker spin that mainstay life sims never dared explore. Naturally, this sets off alarm bells over YouTube, friendliness, and rating boards. Could the game eventually push boundaries so far that it's no longer safe for younger audiences? Or will it cleverly skirt explicit content, offering just enough shock to entice older players without crossing the line? None of it is confirmed, but these suggestions only add to inZOI's odd mystique. What's clear is that the gaming world is divided. One faction wants inZOI to dethrone The Sims by offering a truly open-world life sim with unlimited creativity, insane customization, and an undercurrent of weirdness that's irresistible. Another faction warns that trying to do too much too soon will cause the entire project to collapse. Then there are those who are simply enjoying the ride, using the surreal cityscapes to create comedic or horrifying videos, and posting them online for the world to see. With the speculations swirling and the stakes rising, the question remains: will inZOI emerge as the bold new standard in life sims, or will it fade into obscurity under the weight of its own controversies? inZOI's story reads like a roller coaster, looping from bright ambition to unnerving secrecy, from promising competitor to bug-ridden oddity, sometimes all in the same breath. It already boasts one of the most unorthodox sets of customization tools in the genre. You can create AI-generated shirts, turn your neighborhood into a radioactive dump, plaster billboards with your favorite videos, and even alter the sky to rain fireworks at will. Yet, behind these flashy perks lies an unfinished skeleton: thin character interactions, glitchy animations, incomplete life goals, and a tangle of controversies related to ethics, funding, and future monetization. Ultimately, inZOI might become a groundbreaking phenomenon if the devs manage to harness the raw potential simmering beneath the surface. They could fix the bugs, flesh out the dialogue, and give players a truly next-level open-world life sim. But that's if the controversies, monetization rumors, questionable AI usage, potential corporate buyouts don't sink the ship first. The game's fate could go either way. So now the question rests with you. Will you stand on the sidelines and watch this early access enigma evolve into something legendary or collapse under the pressure? If inZOI triumphs, it might introduce a radically new era of life sims where open worlds, user-driven content, and bold creativity reign. But if it flops, It may go down as a cautionary tale about unchecked ambition and the perils of launching too soon. After all, sometimes a game promising total freedom ends up exposing just how messy freedom can be. No matter where you stand, hopeful or skeptical, inZOI's strange journey has become a symbol of how innovation, controversy, and unpredictability can collide in modern gaming. If nothing else, it's given everyone plenty to talk about, from the weird cat overlords to the glitchy underworld of half-finished features. Keep your eyes peeled, because whether inZOI soars or stumbles, it's bound to leave a lasting mark on how we think about life simulation. And if the devs truly have more shocking revelations planned, we might only be scratching the surface of this bizarre new world. If you like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that alert button for more awesome videos. Gamers Service Announcement: the more you know.